What's up, guys? I'm just here on a new update for Arcturis Legends in the HDS. I recorded a video previously to this, but this computer kind of crashed it, and so the data was lost, so I'm recording it again. Anyways, Arcturis totally just got revamped. I mean, the storyline, you can now play 3 separate people you're playing as in campaign. Samus, the main antagonist, and the Galactic Federation Trooper from Legends. I've just grown so fond of him. There's just something about him that I want to put in a first-person shooter that I don't want to wait for, you know, a Legends 2 or something. I just want it now. So, yeah, that's there. And the Galactic Federation Trooper, he was part of a Galactic Federation Death Squad unit, and his unit was Death Squad unit. Very elite assassination, you know. As far as goes, you know, does all the dirty work for the military, I suppose. But he looks really awesome. Really awesome. Ask Sam. Sam saw some of the pictures for him. No, not releasing those publicly yet. Will soon, but not yet. He actually, the funny thing is, he was created using GIMP. It's like a drawing program or something. I asked Sam about it. It's actually really good. I'm surprised. That thing looks really 3D. Me and my friend Frank made it. I'm gonna see if we can do anything more for that. Like other guys. But so you have the main antagonist you're playing as in the campaign, in order to get, you know, a background on more about space pirates and him himself, playing as Samus for a traditional Metroid game, and the Galactic Federation Trooper. Kind of a mystery, actually. Very mysterious, but definitely very awesome and very badass. Especially the way he looks. Love the way he looks. His weapon, actually, the weapon he holds, his suit, of course, he can cloak, but the weapon he holds is also kind of a cloak weapon, and in multiplayer, that's going to be awesome. The weapon allows you just turn it on, and you cloak. There you go. Of course, it has a limited limited amount, you can have it on, but it recharges, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Especially since it's more of a stealth weapon, so the weapon he holds is like a modified version of that, for obvious reasons. But now on to the weapons. I should have some pictures or videos of the weapon props that I'm making. I should have them soon. I need to get enough money in order to buy the supplies to make the props, because they're really cool, and I want to, you know, show them to everybody before, you know, artwork is a little difficult. I'm more hands-on, so. The first weapon on the list is the Red Eye. Or the Red Eye S. You guys choose what you want for that. Let me know if you would rather have Red Eye S as the weapon name for the rifle. Doesn't have a scope, but it is one rapage weapon. That's really the only way I can put it in. It will essentially rape the battlefield of any guys just leaving corpses. Because the main rounds of fires, of course. I call it Nucleon energy. I can't ever say that right the first time. Nucleon energy is basically a red energy type that is kind of radioactive. But in the game, if you hit somebody, if they have a regeneration or healing ability, can't heal. It prohibits healing or anything like that. It also prohibits shield regeneration. And it also eats away and corrodes certain types of armor, and eats away and like burns and eats away at the skin. It only works for certain characters as far as corroding the armor and everything in skin. I had to figure out which armor types and which characters it will happen to, because this game is going to be a lot of choosing, making all these choices, and you know, your armor, certain pieces, because your character isn't just your character and that's it. Your armor goes on top of you. Your armor influences what you do. You have what's the controller blinking? I don't know. Your armor influences what you do. Things for your helmet to make it different, different visor modes, because you don't want them to come with them, you don't pick them up. They're made, you can specifically make it, as I explained in the video before, loadouts. Your armor, you can have an arm-mounted scythe right here, say for a space pirate. You know, like totally pimped out your Dark Pirate Commando character you're playing as. Yes, I said Dark Pirate Commando because I like using Dark Pirate Commando, and I will be using him a lot, and you'll be seeing me using him a lot. And you'll be seeing me killing you a lot. Because I really thought that character through. awesome finisher with the shield and everything. But, oh, come on, stupid computer. Anyways, certain parts of armor, like different, you can actually have different weapons on here, like you know, an arm-mounted weapon thing you have on here. You just like point out and like shoot. I don't really know a good example to explain that, but you can even have like little spike things, like an EMP spike or something. Really, this is a lot about customization, characters, armor, and stuff like that. And it's gonna be really awesome. Now, on the weapons, the Cobalt Hybrid is a sniper weapon, and well, if you've seen sniper weapons in games before, this is probably the best. And the worst, as in, if you're on the receiving end, it's the worst, your worst nightmare, because it will dominate and destroy. It is just an unfair weapon, and I love it. I really do. It's in my top 3. It's like my second favoriteest weapon in the game. Oh, and the red eye or the red eye S again. You guys choose. Let me know which name you like best. It will only spawn a really limited number of times in a stage because it's really powerful. Oh yeah, I forgot about the second and third. It's got a secondary fire called the Flash Fire. It's like a grenade launcher. It is a one-hit kill, and its splash damage can also one-hit kill people in a certain radius. So it is definitely an extermination weapon. Sorry, I had to do that. It's a compulsion. Of course, for one-hit kill weapon, it also essentially replaces a rocket launcher in any kind of game because it's a one-hit kill in any sense. But flash fire, when you pick it up, once you pick it up, that's the only amount. You only get 5 shots of the flash fire in your gun. That's it. You can't pick it up anywhere else in the stage because the flash fire is really that powerful. And it can wipe out groups. It can even blow out walls or doors or shields. It can actually disrupt shields if you hit it right. So, I mean, like barrier shields, not like shields on opponents. I mean barrier shields. You can actually bust those. Useful tip for campaign: when in doubt for a shield, use flash fire. It will bust shields if you hit it right. You gotta be like really good. The third is you know, you're holding a gun like this, and then you flip it back, and then you have the back stock. Well, I mean, you have trigger here, and the trigger's down there. Click it, and you hold it like that. It's like an energy spear. The only example I can really use this is the Halo, you know, the sword, energy sword you get in Halo. I'm only using it as an example. It's nothing like it, by the way. I actually got it more from an idea from another online game I played. Again, of course, one hit. It's really powerful too. It will cut through anything. And when I say anything, I do mean anything. It's not affected by shields at all. It can pass right through shields. You can't, but it will. It can, if you hit the shield. By the way, another tip when you're on Frigate Orpheon, if you're one of those people that really do all the really cool stuff, like pros and glitching, if you like cut the shield emitters on the main window for Frigate Orpheon, you know what I said previously. If you bust a window, it'll suck people out. There's a 4-second time delay before the shield and energy shield comes on the window, so it doesn't keep sucking out. Well, if you cut the shield emitters, there's nothing, and it would be very hazardous to people not wearing environmental suits like Samus or Galactic Federation troopers, space pirates, any other characters. Ooh, at least not wearing environmental protection suits, so to speak. Giggity, 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 good. That's just a helpful tip for those people that like to do that. That was really interesting again because it'll stop sucking out at a point, but there'll be no atmosphere. So, a bonus for people in Omega Metroid suits, I guess, because I don't know why space doesn't affect them for some reason. Anyway, back on subject. Spear again, pretty cool. It has a long life expectancy, so I don't expect people to run out of ammo unless you're using it the whole round like noobs. Unless you're going for the achievement, which is use one type of weapon for a whole round without dying. Yeah, that's hard, but believe me, the rewards you will receive will be great, and there will be awesomeness, and there will be domination sauce. Now, Onto the Cobalt Hybrid. Love this weapon. It has 2 clips. The main clip, it was a weapon that oh my gosh, computer, come on! Stupid screensaver and computer. Now the main clip came from a weapon that I came up with in a fan fiction comic that I made a while back called the Piercer. It was a gun that had no scope. It was just basically a gun that fired fast, really high-powered, piercing bullets that could bust anything, really. And like dent shield or something. That's the main clip. Of course, it's a little different. It's not exactly the same. You get a scope. And the clip in the back is energy rounds, which is why I kind of put it called a hybrid. Because, here's why. Main clip, domination rounds. Decimate, you'll be plowing through people all the time. I might make it a one-shot kill, depending on where the body is. Body and head. Arms don't count. Of course, this is a very interactive game, so you can expect incapacitation if you get shot from somewhere. Yeah, you can fall to the ground if you get shot, or not like leg blown off or something, but you get what I mean. Grenades. That's going to be a little bit of iffy bitch there because I'm not sure how to physics them right, really. Alright, anyway, so the main thing, Piercer, the backgrounds, actually, let me say the background explanation for this next part. Now, I thought of this on the toilet. Yes, I thought of this on the toilet. I was thinking about a Halo Reach video, I was remembering, they had a flashback of a guy from a Halo, they had a flashback from the original Halo PC, and a guy coming through a teleporter in Kiron, in the Kiron stage, comes to the teleporter like this, shooting. And I thought to myself, wait a minute. And then I thought of it Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Wait a minute. Different dimensions. Once I said that, boom. The portal, the portals you went through in Metroid Prime 2 to get to Dark Ether or Light Ether, those are essentially like teleporters, except they're a little different. They don't teleport you to a different area on the map. No, they teleport you to a map in that dimension. Dark dimension. Yeah. By the way, if you don't have the correct armor, it'll start eating away at you. And if you're something like if you're Trace, you die. I'm just saying it now because Trace has no protection. He walks in there and he dies instantly from the atmosphere. Sorry. Just let you know. Characters do have weaknesses. Like I said, this is all about choices and customization. You gotta make the right choices. Not just because they're all advantages. You gotta outweigh the weaknesses as well. Now, only for a certain amount of stages, though. For the Orpheon, yes, we'll have dark stage. Call them dark stages. Imagine playing on a battlefield. Imagine how big the multiplayer matches can be now. I can size up the amount of players that can be in a multiplayer match because there's technically there's 2 separate maps you're playing on at the same time. So, thumbs up. Imagine, fighting in this arena and this stage and big, lots of guys and blowing and busting stuff and killing, and then going through the portal and rematerializing into this next arena of eating away health and broken things and a lot of hazardous and there's going to be a lot of death traps in the dark world. So be careful. There will be hidden ones too. If you walk in, there will be water and electrical cords in there. If you're not careful, you'll be. It's different because you're in a dark dimension and the atmosphere is kind of poisoning the water itself. So you'll be kind of like. Oh, dang! A minute left. This isn't this long, anyways. Now, I imagine the rematerialization when you saw Samus for the first time you went through the portal. She rematerialized. Imagine that a little faster, but you holding your gun. By the way, for pros, for really pros that really want to be pro. If they shoot just a second, say a sniper bullet, and they rematerialize while the sniper bullet's inside them, instant kill. Just so you know, for the pros. Now, on the Cobalt Hybrid, the back clip, the energy rounds, they don't just fire energy rounds, which also can disrupt shields. Those energy rounds pierce dimensions. Oh yeah. Switch the energy rounds, turn on the scope, and you see right through to the next dimension, no matter which one you're in. And it has the outline, so you only have a circle here. But when you look at the dimensions, so you can kind of see technically the corner out of the scope in order to see or anything else. Dang it, I'm gonna have to make this 2-parter. I'll resume in the next part. Okay.